guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I know I have been so busy lately that it's like insane, but summer's right around the corner, so I'm hoping that I can get more into filming. We'll see. I always have the best of intentions, but it never works out, so we'll just have to see. But today I just wanted to film a tutorial. I've been doing a lot of prom and wedding makeup, and I actually did a look very similar to this on a girl for prom, and I was like, I have to recreate that on myself. So that is what it is. It's very duochrome. The star of the show are these Colourpop single shadows that I actually have. This one is called Tea Garden, and then I put this glitter on top that is called Hungry Ghost. But yeah, I love it. It's something so different for me. It's a very cool tone look with a cool tone lip and then that pop of that duochrome on the lid. But I am feeling it, let me tell you. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I'm starting off using the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer as my eyeshadow primer, and I'm just going to blend that out with my Beauty Blender and then set it with some Rimmel Stay Matte powder. You know, this is my go-to way to prime my eyes for eyeshadow. And then for eyeshadow today, I'm going to use the Dream Street palette by Colourpop and Kathleen Lights, and I'm going in with Shooting Star and Magical mixed together just to use as a transition shade. And I'm going to really make sure that those two are buffed out and blended to perfection. And then I'm going to go in with just Shooting Star, the more cool tone shade, and really focus that a little bit lower just to start making the look a little smoky. Now I'm going to mix that Shooting Star with Elfish, and I'm going to place that on the outer corner of my eye, really packing it on, and then I'm going to start blending it into my crease just to give it some depth and dimension. Alright, and now I'm using that Elfish shade with a little bit of the Natasha Denona Blackest Black, just to make it a little bit more smoky and a little darker. And I'm doing the same thing, placing it on that outer corner, that outer V area, and then slowly and gently buffing it into that blending that we already have down. And now I'm going to go in with that initial big blending brush and just make sure there are no harsh edges. Here I'm going to use the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer again, and I'm placing it down on my lid and then looking up, so it kind of gives me like a connect the dots kind of thing, so that I can carve out my lid perfectly. This is a little trick that I've watched and really, really enjoy using. And after I've carved out that crease, I'm going to use my finger to blend the edges and make sure that concealer is flawless and that it is really blended into the shadow that we already have laid down, no harsh edges. Now I'm going to go in with that Colourpop single shadow, and it is in Tea Garden. And I'm going to really pack that onto my lid. It took me a while to build this up. I could have used some Fix Plus and probably gotten it to pack a little bit more punch, but I didn't want to. I just wanted to use it on its own. And you'll see here in a minute, I end up going in with my finger to really pack it on and make sure that I get the full effect of the duochrome that's within this color. And then I'm going to go back in with those matte shades and just make sure that I blend the edges again so there are no harsh lines. Alright, and then here I'm going in with that Hungry Ghost glitter shade, and I'm just packing it all over the lid on top. This is a pressed glitter, so it's easier to use than a loose glitter, and you don't have to use a glitter glue, which is nice. I kind of love it. Alright, and then for the face, I'm going to get started. This is the e.l.f. Oil Control Primer Mist, and I'm just going to spray that on and then use my hands to kind of rub it in, and then use a fan, of course, to make sure it's all soaked in and dry. And then I'm going to go in with the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer and put that in my T-zone and areas where I have a little bit more texture. For foundation today, I'm using the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation, and y'all, I am obsessed with this foundation. I use a mixture of the shades M80 and M10. It's still a little dark for me, so I'll just carry some bronzer down my neck to make it blend, but Love that foundation. And then I'm using the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer again under my eyes as my concealer for the day. And if y'all have not gotten this concealer yet, I don't know what you're doing. You're sleeping on something good. You need it. It is so good. Then I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way powder to set my under eyes, around my chin, and a little bit on my forehead, just the places that I know that I tend to crease, so that I can bake a little bit. And then I'm going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte powder to finish off setting the rest of my foundation so that all my other powder products blend perfectly. For bronzer today, I am using the Soft Focus Finishing Powder from Black Radiance. It's supposed to be a finishing powder, but I use it as a bronzer, and it is beautiful. After I use that as a bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Omega Bronzer to contour. And y'all, that combination is like my go-to right now. Then I'm going to use the Revolution Luxury Baking Powder and Banana to carve out under my contour and bronzer, just to make sure that I have a more chiseled look. And as soon as I put it on, I'm going to wipe it away instantly. It doesn't need to set too long to deposit any color. For blush, I'm using the Clinique Colourpop blush, another staple. I can't get enough of it. I don't know what I'm going to do without it once I run out. Then, for my lower lash line, I'm just using a mixture of Elfish and Shooting Star to blend on the outer 3/4 of my eye, leaving that inner 4th open. And I'm just going to make sure to meet that with the shadow that I have on the top. And here you can see I'm using a bigger, fluffier brush to just make sure that that is perfectly blended into one another. For my inner corner, I am using the Dose of Colors I Love Sarahi. I do not know if I'm saying that right. Soulmate highlighter. Love it. It's so pretty. And then for my face, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood Loose Highlight that she just came out with. Y'all, it is stunning. And I'm just putting that on the high points of my face. Alright guys, and that is it. I went ahead and applied mascara and lashes and my lip off camera because my camera was dying. So while it charged, I went ahead and did that. I just put on some mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash. And then I put on the House of Lashes and Sephora Natalia Lashes. One of my staples, one of my favorites. And then for my lip, I put on the Kat Von D Bow and Arrow with a little bit of this L'Oreal Infallible, and it's the chocolate one. It's called Sweet Tooth, and I put this in the center, and I'm really feeling it. It's not what I would typically wear or go to, but I think it's a look, and like I said, I'm into it. So my hair is needing to be washed. But yeah, thank y'all so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe before you leave, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys. This is like my edgy alter ego look. This is not something I would wear every day, but man, just put, yep. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling myself.